Hello, hello, hello. Hi, today we're Sister Talk.
Yes.
Welcome to Sister Talk Radio Show. As you can see, our host, Miss Gail, isn't here today, and guess who you left it up to? Me and Z.
That's right.
It's the Maury Z Show.
That's right.
Hey. But we still going to try to stay in line like we normally tried.
Yeah, we tried.
We're going to emphasize on try.
Yes.
Z's still going to bless us with some words of encouragement and inspiration. We're going to take it from there, maybe discuss. We're always going to discuss what's on Marlon's mind, and then we're going to maybe talk about some things happening in the world today.
Yes.
So let's get to it.
If you'd like to call in, it's 609-807-2492. Call in if you'd like to add anything.
Yeah.
So right now, we want to first start with what's on Marlon's mind.
See, we already flipping the script. As some of you know, if you were, you see me on, did Facebook Live.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, everybody, the sandwich was delicious. It was delicious. The Popeye sandwich is delicious. But that's not what's on my mind.
Oh.
What's real, because food is always on my mind.
Yeah, mine
really.
too.
But
mine too.
We're going to digress from that spot. But what I was thinking about today is I was just thinking about kids going back to school.
Mm.
And I was reading an article this morning, and it was like charging parents whose kids have delinquent lunch bills with almost like child abuse. They were going to call diapers on them.
What?
In New Jersey. This is happening in New Jersey.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, and I was like, how,
Wow.
it's already embarrassing enough that you don't have the money to pay for your child's lunch, because if you make 1 cent more, you don't qualify for a free lunch. Then you make 2 cents more, you don't qualify for reduced lunch.
Right.
And then you're up there paying, I think it's almost $3 every day for lunch for your children.
Yeah, it can add up.
And it can add up. And
Especially
it's so
if you
much.
have more than one.
Yeah, so think about a household where there's 3 kids, and you don't have money basically to pay your gas bill, electricity bill, but you're putting out $50 a week on food for your kids.
Right.
That's not coming into your house. That's just them having lunch.
Right.
And then you got to add, and what if you don't have that $50? You know what I'm saying? Because you make a little too much money to get something going.
Exactly. That's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, like.
But how are they going to...
Well, they said, remember when we were younger, if you forgot your lunch money or something, at least you got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right.
It was disgusting, but you got that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or you got that bologna and cheese sandwich from the lunch ladies for free. They never really cared, and they never really made you look bad. Everybody, whether you were rich or poor, if you forgot your lunch money that day, you were sitting there and everybody was like, oh, you forgot your lunch money today, right? But they didn't make you feel like, okay. When I was reading the article, it said that they would the first $10 that they were delinquent, they would get like maybe a sandwich, and then if it went to $20, that they wouldn't give them lunch at all.
But how is that correct?
Hey, we allow
that's abuse of them not feeding the kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
some kids come to school so they can get a meal.
Yep. Exactly.
They come to school to get a meal. They don't come to school to be judged that they're not getting a meal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So that to me, that's abuse of them from the school.
We should file a complaint against the school. But you know what? You think you're disciplining a parent and doing something. You're doing something. These kids, they can't get out there and make money so that they can pay for their lunch, and that's their own. And then other kids are going to look at you and stuff. Not all these kids are into sharing, like the nice commercials that they have on TV. Some kids, some kids, they know that's all they got. Right, exactly. They can't share. That's all they got. And I just hope New Jersey doesn't go through and allow these schools to use our public agencies to harass parents about lunch money.
I agree.
That's a waste of our taxpayers' dollars.
I mean, yes, it is the responsibility of the parent to provide lunch for the child. Yeah. But you guys are going to be that hardcore about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Yeah. And peanut butter, it doesn't make sense, because the thing about it is we sit there and they probably waste money every day, going to the vending machine or whatever. But they should have like a little fun in school. If you know a kid can't afford lunch, you should create a fund in which kids who are unable to or miss having their lunch money, that they can go and they can go to and then you might say, okay, you can come once a year, give them a pass for once or twice a year,
right,
and then have the parents replenish that fund, but their kids still will eat. You know what I'm saying?
So that would be good. And my thing, you know who we can blame though?
Here we go.
The government, parts of the government that's cutting funding.
Yeah.
For these schools, just like the school teachers have to put all this money out just to get the basics for their classroom.
Yeah.
So that's part of the blame.
And I was looking at some of the, I was doing book bags, and I was looking at a list that somebody gave me so that I can look at, and I went to the school. And what we used to be provided with in school,
exactly,
these kids aren't even getting anymore.
Nope.
In some schools, they don't even. It's like you don't even want to give the kids a book. Make sure they have a tablet when they walk into this classroom.
Yeah. Because
what are you going to do? An ebook? You know, it's like it's crazy.
I'm telling you, it's because of what
It's and you know what, government, you're doing all this stuff. But if we don't start looking at what's going on in Congress, if we don't start stepping back and really paying attention to what's going on, you know, our rights are going to be. And, you know, I look at the lady who was doing education, and they're steadily cutting resources for education.
Right.
And it's not just for they're cutting education across the board.
Exactly.
Funding for education across the board. And if we're not listening, because we got Trump out here doing whatever he's doing, look at all the other agencies that stuff is taking place in, and that we're not addressing because it's not in the news.
Exactly.
And we don't know until it's already been
exactly
over and done
because
with.
People get so consumed and drawn into the negativity that's put out by the president, by other people as well. We're not getting the information we need, or we're so focused on this negativity while they're passing other laws to do more things to
and
not benefit us.
And this is don't take this as the viewers, but our civil rights are being taken away every day. And I mean, now we're just jumping from school, but if you look what our ancestors stuff fought for so that we could have is being taken from us every day.
Exactly.
And we're paying attention to this fool trying to buy Ireland. And you don't realize your everyday rights are being taken from you. Your everyday rights are being taken from you.
Right.
What are you going to do? Are you going to just sit there and you know what? Sometimes when do you not stop? You know, we get tired. We say, "Oh, we're tired of doing this." I'm tired. Well, right now we can't be tired.
I know.
Because Martin Luther and all of them didn't get tired. They kept on going. You know what I'm saying? Like, but our generations, you know, I'm tired. You know,
and that's the thing about being aware of what's going on politically, because again, once the law is passed or whatever, too late. Yeah, it's nothing we can do at that point. So we've got to stay more focused and tune in to what's really going on.
Absolutely, and we can't be scared to voice our opinions on issues. You can't be so pro this, pro that, but at the same time, when it's time for you to stand up and talk about it, you fall back because you don't want to mess with your job. You don't want to offend anybody, you know. And a lot of times, you're really only hurting you and the ones that follow you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of times, like but don't get me wrong. Don't just every little thing pick and choose your battles correctly, because some things that might benefit you and you stand for, I might not understand. Right. You know. And I was watching a thing on Jay-Z and I know I'm gonna mess up his name, Capper, whatever his name is, the one that took a knee. Yeah, the one that took a knee. So they were saying Jay-Z shouldn't have did the deal with the NFL. Now I don't know about sports, I don't know nothing about this or that, but I know business. Y'all ain't affecting my money. But at the same time, he could have took a stand. You know, I'm not knocking him. He
could have, but you have to, I guess, look at both sides.
Yeah.
Because it's still some good that he can do
Absolutely.
with what he's involved with now. So again, people have been focused on that and not everything else. He's a smart businessman.
But this now, all the black NFL players in the league, you think they're gonna walk away?
Nope.
How many of them going to be like, nah, man, I'm leaving this $20 million
Exactly.
dollar thing because I'm going to take a knee?
Not going to happen.
You know how many of those players brought their family out of the ghetto and up and be able to say, Mom, look what I did. Mom, look what I'm giving you.
And to give it all up? No.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
No.
They stand for something. They have a right. They are standing for something. But at the same time, it's like, are they really willing to walk away?
Nope.
Because
who has?
Yeah, no, the only one I've seen so far.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the other ones that took a knee and did all that, they still play on their field. They take the suspension or whatever.
Right.
But they're not walking away from those millions.
Exactly.
They're not walking away from those millions. Because let me tell you, I would take my knee, say, yes, suspend me. Oh, yes. Give me my money right back. I'm bringing me my bar back out. But we got to just be more knowledgeable. We got to understand what's going on. And just like, that just got me this morning that these kids, you already know they're in impoverished areas.
Right.
Their parents don't have much. They might be coming from where their parents might be drug addicted or something. And it could be that the parents just didn't fill out the form.
Right.
That they're not getting free lunch. Or
exactly.
something took place that these kids are missing out.
And they should not suffer as far as eating at school.
And it's not like the kids are fighting anything where you're calling something's going on, abuse. Some of these parents, they're doing their best. But
that is
you're
true.
Going to call DIFAS
right.
and create a case. Create a case.
They're already bombarded. So you know what?
Yeah.
I don't even think that would work. Do you know how backlogged they are now? Have been for, 20 years?
Yeah. I don't.
So to send them out because of lack of lunch money?
No, they better not do that. But you know what? That's what was on my mind. And now we're going to get some words of encouragement.
Yes.
And Miss Z is going to take us in and she's going to give us something to inspire us today.
Yes. Well, today I wanted to talk about self-improvement.
Oh.
And we can all get better at doing that. So education is the driver behind the evolution of your best self. And Marlon, you are a pro in education. So do you agree with that?
Am I a pro in it? What you want me to agree with?
But you do agree because you are,
You know what? I love education because I love knowledge and I love to learn.
Exactly.
I use my education not only for improvement, but to empower and help others.
Exactly.
And I believe if God has blessed you with something and you don't share it, he will take it from you.
Exactly. That's
so
true.
All the knowledge that I gain and I try to give back in some way.
And that's
whether
important.
it be for me to go and speak to somebody or maybe sit there and be able to show you how to do something that you maybe didn't know how to do. But my knowledge is not just for me.
Exactly.
And I feel like...
And more people need to look at it in that way.
Yeah. Because what I was always taught growing up is one of us come up, we all come up.
Exactly.
And I mean, that's big in our family. One come up, we all come up. And we have used that for years. And, and I see it amongst me and my sisters and brothers. We always, my mom raised us tight knit. But I look at my nieces and nephews. And they have that tight bond as well. No matter what one of them going through, we will go toe to toe. But step outside that house, and it's like, what? But it's just that if you have something and you hold to yourself, and God bless you with it, and you have the ability to share it, share it.
It's your responsibility. Yeah. It really is, because it's not just about you. We have to look at the whole picture.
Absolutely.
The whole picture. So one of the keys to it as well is self-awareness, learning more about yourself, because that's where it's starting. So if we remain curious, we can always find out more things about how and why we function and do the things that we do each day. So I came up with a few questions that we could ask ourselves and answer.
Okay.
How have you evolved in the last year?
Well, me, I took a step back and I got, you know.
You're simplifying things.
I am simplifying, but I had to really take a look at myself and begin to live for myself.
Mm-hmm. Which is important.
And, and I was just talking with my nephew the other day, and I was telling him, I said, when I went to college, I didn't really want to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted
just did it.
I wanted to go down to Florida. They had this thing, and it'd help you become a comedian. And my mom said, "Oh, no, no, no." She said, "No, no, 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 no." So I went on and I went to college, but at the same time, that was my passion, and I was living more for my parents' dream of me being educated than myself being educated.
Right.
So
but now it's your passion.
Oh, it is my passion. Don't get me wrong.
So it changed.
Yeah, it
over
changed
time.
over time. But this year, I had to really figure out how to live for myself. That I can step away from doing something that I do every day,
right,
and do something that makes me happy doing it. Like
exactly.
I don't have to always pass everything by. Like, no, I have to do this. I have to do that. No, home is taken care of.
Right.
So let me now enjoy a little piece of my life.
Right.
So that at the end, how does Gail say it? I don't want to have the faculties of my mind
without the.
We don't know. But we listen to it all the time. We know what she's saying.
Exactly. So I guess for me, how have I evolved? I'm trying to declutter. I'm trying to focus more on new goals that I'm making for myself. My second question, how are you choosing to evolve today?
How am I trying
For me, keeping a positive attitude, because that's quite challenging a lot.
Yeah.
Especially today.
It is. I'm still trying to think, how am I going to evolve? You know what? I am actually going to go home and heat up food instead of stopping.
And wasting money. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try not to waste money today on food. But most likely, the only reason, I'm going to tell you why that can happen for me. Because my sister cooks Sunday dinner, and I never cook on Sunday.
Okay.
So she's going to cook Sunday dinner, so I don't have to waste.
So that's good. So you are saving money.
Yeah, only for tomorrow.
Saving gas. I don't believe you turned that question into that, Mar. Oh, my God. Okay, so the final question. What do you want to evolve into a year from now?
Well, hopefully in a year, I'll be at the point where I can actually say that I'm completing. Well, not. But
you're gonna
I'm
be
at the 50% point of saying. No, I'll be at because I have to get up the courage to present.
But you only need how much do you need to
It's
finish?
not about the classes. It's not. If anybody is doing a doctorate, it's not about the classes.
Okay.
It's about having the strength, the courage, and the wisdom to sit up there and defend what you're talking about.
Oh, you can do that.
Listen, I can joke and skeet my way through, but this is something that's important, and I want to make sure that when I do present it, it brings value to others.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just be out there doing it because I know I can. I want to bring something that's valuable to both you and me as well as our community when I speak. I just don't want to be just joking and breeze my way through this.
Right.
I want to make sure that I have the right words because I sometimes confuse words. So I confuse and I get nervous and I start using words in different contexts that shouldn't be. And and I have done that in presentations.
Okay.
I have started talking, been right on point, and say, I don't want to talk about that anymore.
See.
And just bowed out, and and my teachers think it's funny, but at the same time, I'm almost in a panic. So
you just have to remove that wall.
Absolutely.
Because, that affected you in the past, but we have to keep moving forward.
I am a horrible public
Easier
speaker.
said than done, but you can do it, Marla.
I know I can do it. See, this is what some people don't. I know I can do it. I know I can do it, but I have to move the
blocks.
The block from I will have like an anxiety. It's like, my God. And when you're sitting in front of people like you don't know, you might know you're like somebody, like two people sitting there, but the other people you don't know. And now you're trying to convince them what you did your research on is worth was work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not all about the class. The classwork, let me tell y'all, classwork hands down is easy for me. And it's not easy for everybody, but for me, it's easy to sit there, research something all day, read something all day, do this, do that. It's the talking point to making sure that the that what I'm putting out is valuable and it has context.
But look, these past 2 years, you have greatly improved public speaking, I believe.
Jokingly,
No.
jokingly, I have improved.
It wasn't just joking, Marlon. It was not just joking.
Yeah.
During our workshops for the kids,
But see,
you've gotten more experience than what you had.
I did. But the thing about it is sometimes, because I have a passion to make sure children succeed and that they have someone there that they can look up to, and I see myself because I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't the best little kid. I was.
Yes, we do.
I wasn't the greatest. I was like that. I was that textbook child. Not even textbook.
No.
I wrote a whole book on myself.
On all the things you did.
How the things you shouldn't do. And I see that in this. I got one nephew, and it's a shame. Because I see myself so much and I want to laugh sometimes until I realize, like, oh my goodness, is that how I am? And when I tell you, I be like, did you just say that? And I be like, that's what I used to do. So now I try, like we went somewhere the other day, right? Me, him, and once me and him and then we're talking and he's saying something and I'm listening, and as I listen I said, that could really hurt somebody's feelings. Like I was like, we joke, like we're joking, me and him going back and forth joking, and we're teasing my other little nephew because we were like, you didn't put on deodorant today as hot as it is. You didn't put on. So we're up there teasing, but in the midst somebody else's feelings got hurt. Right. And between me and him teasing, and I felt so bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, you're supposed to be leading him, showing him, be an example for him. And you
are. You just, yeah.
Let me tell you, my nephew
sidetracked.
just as bad. Oh my gosh. I wish I could go into more detail but I don't want to hurt the person's feelings again. So, and he's laughing. He was like, I'm all right. And I'm telling you, as hard as he was laughing, as hard as I wanted to, but I had to say, you know what? You got to stop doing stuff like that. You got to be more aware, more aware of people's feelings,
of other people's feelings.
So that's now that going back to your questions. That's how I can involve being more aware of people's feelings, because sometimes I don't care.
But it doesn't seem like that.
I care to a point, but I don't really care.
Okay.
Like I don't care. I'm not like, oh my. How are you today? How are you? Okay, let's move on to the next subject.
See.
So that's what it comes down to.
Okay. So for myself, what do I want to evolve into in the next year? Let's see. Actually setting business plans, doing the life coaching.
Yeah. December,
that I've done.
I'm trying to take that class. I'm trying to take the class in December.
Because we need to get it going.
Yeah, we do.
Right now I'm doing the footwork and all the background work to try to get to that point. To get to that point.
So do you have a mentor?
Yes, I do.
And your mentor
has been doing this for years. So
as a life coach, are you trying to just make a practice? Like, are you trying to when you walk away? I mean, not walk away, but when you enter out there and you're presenting yourself, what do you say? Come to talk to me. What's up?
Yeah. So I'm basically targeting a certain audience. Okay. Depending on what they need. So just to give you an example, are you at just this dead spot at your job without promotion? Oh, yeah. Things you can do.
You got me. Hey,
someone having problems with their home life, in relationships. Stagnant career was the word I was thinking about a while ago. So things like that.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to do workshops as well. So more than just one-on-one.
So are you going reaching out to the churches, or are you doing more community
It's community is definitely going to be
Community.
probably a big base for me.
Yeah.
But I'm still
You're still
figuring
putting
all that
everything
part
out. Yeah.
out.
So, and I know once you get it down, like you're
Mm-hmm.
going to be like, oh, that's what's up,
Mm-hmm.
But me, I'm going to try this life coach thing.
You should.
But I don't know if, I don't know how many people I'm going to be able to.
But you have experience in many different atmospheres.
I do.
So you can share a lot of that with someone. Because
I
it's a
can.
lot of people that don't know all that you know.
Yeah.
So that's
true.
still the opportunity of giving back.
Yeah.
And I think you would be good at that.
And you know what? Sometimes I got to be a little more open and receptive. Because sometimes you might be telling me something that's good for me, but I don't want to hear it.
Right.
And I'm that one that be like, you could talk to you turn blue, because I'm not going to turn blue because it's only going in one ear right out the other. But I got to be open to listening to more ideas,
Yes.
because that not only will help me, but help me to become a better leader as
Exactly.
well. Because like I always tell my nieces and nephews, sometimes you got to follow before you lead.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, even though you've made it to that leadership status, you can't cut out the people who help you get there
Mm-hmm.
and the knowledge that they provided to you.
And that is true. So, yeah, just thinking that one way, your bubble's this big, right?
Mhm.
But if you open up and allow all these other things to come through,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, because
it would make a big
because think about it,
difference.
this new generation that's coming up. I mean, we're not that old. No, we're
No,
not that old.
no.
But some of the stuff they have knowledge on, and they
It's
teach
about the
you
wrong stuff a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, but a lot of times these kids show me and teach me things that I have been closed minded. Like, they just open your mind to, and they'll be like, hold on, let me Google this, and they'll show you something, and
Yep.
you'll be like, wow. Where we would have to take months and months to research something, they
Right.
do it at the drop of a
Because they're so
dime.
used to it. And,
Yeah.
and they do things, and then you're
Mhm.
like, oh, yeah, I could have just hopped on the internet to,
Yeah.
because we're still in that in between.
They always
stage,
tell me how
yeah.
outdated I am. Listen, I got 17. Y'all keep on being outdated. My nephew told me I needed a new car. I said, oh, well, that car is going to, if I got one tire on that car and it still rolls, we're going to be rolling in that little kid.
Oh my God, that's right. It's still working. So hey,
This is the way we roll, we roll.
oh God, all right. You are crazy. All right, so I just want to go over the 3 questions again. Ask yourself, how have you evolved in the last year? How you're choosing to evolve today? And what do you want to evolve into a year from now? So I believe that answering these questions, you'll discover your beliefs about life, which you kind of demonstrated that. A good example. Now, it's not going to just be one set of beliefs, because as you grow and become older and have more exposure to different things, of course, your beliefs are going to change.
Absolutely.
And that's a good thing. So I just wanted to also say to keep encouraged. Know that we cannot become what we need by remaining what we are today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Change takes time. We've talked about change before, how it can take months. It could take years to fully make this change, depending on what it is. So just be patient. Know that sometimes you will feel uncomfortable. That's normal as well. But once you actually master that, it becomes easy. It's a second, boom. So uncomfortable at first, but hang in there. It can be done. You can do it.
Absolutely.
Stay strong.
You have to, and with change, you're going to find that you might lose some friends. And you might
That's
lose
important.
some people that's around you.
Right.
With change, you might find that you were just awesome at something that you never knew, and you were complacent and comfortable in your life, but you might be able to take all new adventures in life.
Exactly.
We got to realize not all change is bad.
Exactly.
We got to be, but you got to be willing to accept it, like you said, accept change, and you got to be able to, when you are changing, just take. Sometimes it's a lot. You're going to start seeing more things, but sometimes during your change, you may have to stay still and be quiet.
Exactly.
And when that time, and during that time, when I'm starting to feel that a big change is coming on in my life, I tend to take a step back, relax, and just wait. And sometimes I know most of the people I know are religious, but sometimes God starts talking to you. God will tell you when to move. God will tell you that, the people you've been with, you're not supposed to be with them anymore. The things that you've done before aren't what you should be doing now.
Exactly.
So you sit there, and some people, you might call it a higher being or whatever you want to say, whatever it is, just stop. Don't get overzealous or whatever. Like things aren't happening right now. Sometimes change isn't always fast.
Immediate. Exactly.
It's not immediate. And if we as individuals, we don't accept and acknowledge that change is going to come, you're going to be stuck and you're going to be left behind. So a lot of times, just use this time in your life to start making small changes and learning how to deal with those small changes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because it can be overwhelming.
It is, yeah.
It can be overwhelming.
Definitely.
Like me at work, when something changes, I'll be like, "Oh my god!"
Right. It takes a little bit, a day off, even sometimes, to process it.
3 months.
See, to process the change.
Yeah.
And something else I know, and I'm still working on myself, being more flexible.
Yeah.
I'm a very scheduled person. I want to have a schedule of what I'm doing from the morning till night. I don't like to deviate from that, but I know I have to change.
See, me, I have no schedule.
See,
I
need
wake
some
up,
of that.
When I wake up in the morning and I turn to the right and then turn to the left, and that pillow look better than
See,
I turn over and I reach for the phone.
You know what,
and I
Mark?
say, sick day. And then from there, my whole day is scheduled.
Okay.
Sleep 2 hours, watch TV. But I really, my schedule is so flexible. But at the time, like I say that, but it's really not. I really do keep because I have a calendar in my house. My mom's schedule is on point.
Okay.
My schedule is the one that throws everybody off. Because
See.
I'd be like, I'm not doing that today. She not either. Change.
See. Okay, so we need a little more of each other.
We do. We absolutely do.
Yeah.
And me, I feel, use your 15 minutes leeway to get into work.
Marlon.
Sometimes you be driving.
Things happen
You
sometimes.
ever start driving and you zoom, and then all of a sudden you start slowing down, and you just cruising up the road and you're like, oh, and knowing you have somewhere to be,
Yeah.
but you just start going slow, and you thinking, should I go back home? Is it going to be one of those days? Did I really want to do this today?
I have those thoughts, and not that long ago, I was with my sister, and we were supposed to be at a certain place, and we were driving, and I'm looking over at the restaurant. We should really stop and do breakfast today.
And be late as whatever.
Switched up, didn't go at all. Sometimes you do have to do that, okay? Just, not too often.
But not too often. But, you ever just think about, like, some days you're just sitting there and you're like, do I really want to do this? Do I really need to? And you have to push yourself to do something, even though you're like, I could just walk away from it all, like, and just sit back. And
no, I don't go that far, Marlon.
Me, I do.
I don't go that far.
Let me tell you, some days, I remember one time I was having problems at work. I'm not, and I was driving, and I knew I was late, and if I got there, I was going to be like 5 minutes late, but I was going to get a write-up anyway, and I just really was like, you know what? I bust my behind in this job. I'm doing doubles. I barely hold my eyes open. They're calling me at night when I'm supposed to be sleeping. And I'm driving, I'm racing. I'm like, I'm going to be 5 minutes late. Do I call them to let them know? All of a sudden, a cop pulls up behind. I was like, oh, man. So I felt.
Because you were going too fast.
I was going fast because I was rushing because I didn't want to be the 5 minutes late, but I didn't want to call, but I knew I was still going to be 5 minutes late, whatever. So God sent me a sign.
Okay.
I told the cop, I was like, listen, sir, if I'm late, he was like, well, let me check, make sure everything is okay.
Okay.
So
this took how long?
So this took about 10 minutes. I'm like, dang.
So now you're 15 minutes
So now
behind schedule.
this is when you had to pay to call on your cell phone.
Oh.
I paid on my cell phone to call and say, I'm sorry, I had a family emergency. They was like, well, you're going to be written up. Well, you were going to write me up for 5 minutes. Go ahead and write me up for the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't care.
Might as well enjoy the whole day.
And I went to, this when I worked in the casino. I went to the next casino and won the money anyway that I was going to make there.
Oh, my God.
Came home. My mom said, what you doing home so early? I said, we're not talking about that, but here, I won some money.
Marlon. So you kind of made lemonade from those lemons.
Absolutely.
That's one of those cases.
I didn't get a ticket. I got a warning.
Okay, so that's good.
Then I had $3 for the toll. I decided to take the Black Horse Pike after that because I didn't need the rush.
See.
I took my little money. I won right there, Tropicana. Mm-hmm.
See, but now things don't always.
They don't
work
always
out.
work that, but those are my signs. My sign not to do something.
Marlon. We all have work to do on ourselves.
We do, and I mean, we all don't. I'm a work in progress.
We are.
I'm a work in progress.
We all are.
I need to change and go back to church, but Bedside Baptist has been so good to me.
You know what, Marlon?
We taking building fund collections next week.
Really?
Yeah, we doing the building fund next week.
So who's going to contribute?
I don't know. Whoever listen.
Oh.
I don't want to start a you fund me account because I don't want to.
For Bedside Baptist, Marlon. Oh gosh, Gail will be sitting here shaking her head.
I could see her if she could talk. She's home probably yelling right now.
Yep.
But she can't call in because she can't talk. So this is the perfect time to talk.
Oh my gosh.
She can't yell at me. So this is.
Oh my God. Ruben.
No, I have not backslid. The Baptist church.
The Backslide Baptist Church.
We have a person who goes to the Backslide Baptist Church.
Let's see.
I wonder what time that starts.
You know what, Marlon? I don't think you should be involved in it. Okay, you already. Yeah, I'm just gonna shake my head because you've been on pretty good behavior today. So.
I have. It's probably because I'm just I told you I'm trying to be more relaxed, refined, because it's going in the winter, y'all. And you get everything out in the summer so you can relax and go into that. You go into the fall.
Hibernation.
See, it says fall. Fall back. Relax. Enjoy what's out there. This weather is starting to give us a little treat of what's coming. And, I'm telling you, don't let nobody take you out of your comfort zone. Don't let people take you out of your comfort zone.
Right. And we've talked about that before because people, they feed stuff into you just to see the reaction, to see what you're going to do. And
I'm a reactor.
See.
My little, let me tell you, the one that's like me, so funny. So I, he had a job interview, right?
Okay. Oh, I thought he was small, so he's not. He's
15.
Okay.
He can't work really. He always thinks, but
okay.
So he has this job interview, right? And he knows somebody I feel you did wrong. I'll fight the battle out of him. So he goes and he says, I waited 20 minutes and they came out and they told me they lost my application. So I said, okay, what? No, Marmar, you don't realize I wasted 20 minutes of my life sitting there waiting for them to tell me they lost my application.
So what did they do?
They told them to come. They'll find the application and this to come back and whatever.
Well, that's bad.
So Destin was like, I said, well,
why didn't they just have him fill out another?
Hey, Destin shouldn't be working anyway.
Okay.
Oops,
so
I
maybe
said his little bad name. So he calls me and I said, well, what's going on, Des? He was like, I want you to call him and yell at him. Now at first I thought somebody really did something. So I'm about to call. I'm about to curse these people out. I'm about to just lay them out. And then I was like, wait a minute. Let me ask my sister in the morning. She said, first of all, until he does what he's supposed to do, he's not even supposed to be applying for those jobs. I said, oh. So I had to and
that would have been bad because right? Because he wouldn't have exactly.
Arm.
He would have been blacked out, right?
Yeah.
No communication. No, you cannot work here. No.
And he probably any business that they own across the United States, they probably would have blackballed
exactly.
him.
So
and I would have been like, well, sorry.
You made the right decision.
Yeah.
Took the right approach. Instead of feeding into it immediately, like you normally would have done.
Because if you get me on a bad day, I don't care who you are. You could be down. I'm gonna curse you. When I get to the point of
you are not a cursor, Marlon.
I know, but I have my words. Like as soon as I say, "Are you slow, dumb, or stupid?" See what I mean? My mouth is horrible. Soon as I get to that point in my conversation when I'm asking you that question, just know your life is you whatever you say to me is not being heard. At that point, God. When you make me get to that point where my anger has reached, which one of you, slow, dumb, or stupid? So I know how to talk to you. That at that point, just know whatever you say, I'm gonna talk to you as if you slow, dumb, or stupid. Okay. And I'd be like, do you want me to spell it out? Do you want me to spell it? That's how I start talking to them. So, we just.
So it's good that you don't reach that point.
Yeah. See, that's what change too. See, going back to change. I'm trying to change my anger.
Okay.
Because I do have, I am laid back. I do like to laugh and joke, but certain things just irk me.
Right.
And I just don't feel like it's acceptable. And I will speak up on it. And some things.
And you can speak on things, but, don't take it all the way there.
Oh, I do all the time just to see
Marlon,
how far.
you cannot.
Just to see how far I can go with it.
Marlon.
Did I ever tell you about the time I cursed out the credit card company and it was the wrong credit card company? And I didn't realize it until after I hung up. My mom was laughing so hard because.
Wow.
Say it's like Credit One and Capital One.
Okay.
Capital One was the one I sent the payment to. Mm-hmm. Credit One was the one that was supposed to. So they charged me a late fee, and I was like, what? And you lost my payment? My payment is cash. So I'm cursing this lady out. She was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. They removed it. They did all this other stuff, whatever.
So how long after, when you were checking the check?
No, when I hung up and my mom told me, Marlon, that wasn't the right one. I said, oh.
Wow.
And I couldn't call back and apologize after I told this lady, learn to speak. I go there. Oh my gosh. I just was like, that's how mad I get. Like I want to not be able to have that power to do that.
Right. And you know what? Just yesterday, went to the movies, right? And I'm standing in line with my sister, and you're standing there waiting to get your popcorn. It's all these people. And so this one lady, she goes to the register and she's just standing there. Okay. And I made a comment because I'm a little impatient sometimes. I think I said something, a bad word was included, but what the, she doesn't see us standing here. Hello. Do you see the line? Anyway, my sister just looks at me. Okay.
Older sisters always know how to just tune you out.
20 seconds later, the girl says, I can help. Who's next? So we walk up to her. She was like, yeah, I'm sorry about the wait. I was trying to log in and if the computer wouldn't let me. And I was like, oh, she heard me. And it's not like I said it loud. And I'm like, and my sister just looks at me and is like, I said, well, I didn't say much, did I? And then she told me about the bad word. And I'm like, oh. Sorry, I felt bad then. But she should have just said, I'm trying to log in, guys. I'll be with you in a minute. But anyway, I was wrong for being impatient. Yeah. And so I have to work on that for myself.
But you know what? I'm one that if two people are in line ahead of me, I pull out. I don't want to wait. But
sometimes we have to.
That's what I know. But I hate waiting for stuff. And you know what makes me look when. We're going to take this to food. When you wait in the line, right, and you waiting on hot fries to come out, and they say, oh, please wait a minute. You waiting a good 5 minutes, and they hand you the bag, and you eat cold fries.
Oh, yeah, well,
I pull in, and now I don't like getting out of my car, but I will pull and park and get out the car and say, excuse me, you made me wait in the drive-thru 5 to 10 minutes to give me cold fries? Not only do I want a refund, I want hot fries too. So I'm that type of person. I'm surprised I haven't made YouTube yet with my craziness.
Marlon.
I'm a crazy Walmart person. If y'all see me dressed any type of way on the weekend,
Marlon.
I'm the crazy lady in line fighting for food.
Marlon. Okay.
But you know,
so I think you might have a little more work to do versus myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I probably need a psychiatrist, but who knows? I probably need a therapist or something.
We could all use a therapist for certain things, but that may help.
Yeah.
But I don't, I guess I just don't see you getting angry. So
nobody sees me getting angry because it takes a lot.
Okay.
And
so getting cold fries was a lot.
That's a lot for me.
See,
that's a lot because when it comes to something going in my stomach, that's a lot.
Oh, Marlon.
I don't like spending money on their expensive food anyway. So and then to spend it and to get it messed up. Oh no, that's a lot, not a lot.
Yeah, that would irk me, but I wouldn't, go in flipping.
Oh God!
But
anyway. You know what? I'm
Mm-hmm.
holding this card in my hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my friend gave it to me the other day, and it's called "Another Chance," a gospel musical drama.
Nice,
right? And her brothers, which are very talented individuals, they did the music for this play.
Ah.
And this play was very good. It's playing from August 15th to October 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at the True Love Center in Hamilton, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 20. If I had glasses on, I could read the card.
Let's see. Where it's at?
Yeah. But I just want to
2630 South Broad Street, True Love Center in Hamilton.
Yeah, if anybody just take the time. This is my friend. Her brothers are very talented. He was, I think, the music director in Willingboro as well.
Oh,
my
okay.
nephew played under him. My nephew played in a band, and this is what I'm talking about when I say support our businesses and support individuals.
It's important.
Yeah, and that's one thing. I know this is way off the subject, but I'm sitting here flipping this card. I was like, why do I have this card? But we got to realize we got to support one another. And things that we do. So if you get a chance, go out and support this play. It's called Another Chance, a gospel music drama, and it is good. I mean, the talent that's in this play is awesome. The individuals who the music directors, they're awesome. Like I heard their music, and and it's powerful. It sends a powerful message. So if you
how
get
long
a chance,
was the show?
That I don't remember.
Okay.
Because
an hour.
It's probably like an hour, 2 hours. And it's ballet. It's just one of those things.
Okay. But it was very good.
It was good, and I want y'all to take the time and just go support this. They're young. They're young.
Okay.
So when you first get started, you need all the support you can have.
True.
And get out there and if you have a black-owned, black-operated business, try to help support them, but sometimes I find it difficult to support them too.
Mar,
let me tell you. Now I know it's almost coming to an end, but sometimes I try my best. Now, if I didn't do it, I wouldn't talk on it because I had no right to. But I try my best to support black-owned, black-operated businesses, and where some people say give them one chance, I might give them 2 and 3 because I understand the struggles they go through as being black-owned and black-operated. Sometimes it's more difficult for them to get the loans. When they do get their loans and stuff, the interest rates are higher.
Right.
The struggles they have.
So their price may be a little higher versus a Walmart or something like that.
And trying to get into the right locations. Sometimes their rents are more expensive. The insurance is more expensive because where they have to operate.
Yep.
And so we don't want to pay the prices that they have to charge,
right.
But we're not allowing them to succeed when we don't pay those prices. When we go down the street to the Chinese food store, because you're getting 6 pieces of chicken, or 6 chicken wings for $5, where they're saying 6 chicken wings $6. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we gotta now that's what we gotta start doing. We gotta start supporting one another. Small business owner, and sometimes it's not even about the being black-owned, black-operated. Sometimes some of these small businesses need your help in your community.
Right.
Because we allow Walmarts to come in and take over, Lowe's, Home Depot, all the little mom and pop. Now, I needed something the other day, And I know when I was younger, you just go right to Ace. Remember Ace,
Yep.
the hardware store?
And you hardly see them anymore. Yeah.
I can't find, and I knew if you go to Ace, the hardware store, you're going to get whatever you need. Or if you go to the little hardware store that, it was on a, I remember because my grandpa would always go in there and get stuff for the church.
A little
and
mom
stuff.
and pop.
Yeah,
shop.
All these big stores are wiping these people out.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been in your community years. They're the ones that extended credit to those who couldn't get credit.
That's true.
All these little grocery stores and stuff they used to have in the hood and everything like that. And they knew you come from a hard-working family.
Right.
You know what? I know your grandpop. I know your mom and dad. You're good for the money. Just bring it back when you have it. I know. Or they'll call ahead, so I don't have money today, or whatever. And, we don't support those businesses
How times
anymore.
have changed.
Yeah. We can't find them, but we don't support them anymore. But
true.
But our small owned businesses, we gotta promote them. We can't, like some of these boutiques that they have out there, beautiful clothes. Because I was looking for some African garbs and stuff like and yeah, you can go to Ashley Stewart's, all of them. They made it, but in trying to find at a small store. I went in there and it was a skirt. The lady said, "Oh, $35." I said, $35 for a skirt? I'm gonna wear one time, $35.
See.
But what do? I'm on Ashley Stewart. I'm looking at the price and they say, "Oh, we're gonna give you 40% off," and it still come out to $35. Now, I was right there at that small business. I didn't want to give them because they were a small bit and I couldn't trust it. But I'm gonna go. Somebody and get my 40. See, that's what we gotta give up doing too. We gotta make sure that we pay attention to our community and what's needed in our community. And
what's available.
Yeah. And because realize this, if you start taking stuff out of your community and start letting people come in, like these Walmarts, some of these big Walmarts, they come in and then they shut down and they leave just an empty space. And then you got to travel miles to get to food, everything else. But
it's very few of those that close.
It's very few. But at one time, if you look now, you see these big shopping mall plazas and everything just closed down. Because that's where your old mom and pop shops used to be. They're tearing them down and you said
also now that's the thing, or why a lot of these major department stores are closing, is because the younger generation, they like to do everything online
too. Yeah,
that's where it's all headed, which I don't like that.
But you know what, you don't like it, but they have a lot of internet business.
I know,
and I get a lot.
It's overpowering everything else.
It's overpowering everything. But let me tell you, I try to support them as well. A lot of my T-shirts come from those places. My niece even started her own little online boutique. But these young millennials, they're making their money, and we got to support them so they can sustain. And they can be their own bosses.
True.
They have to be their own. But it's beautiful to see so many entrepreneurs out here doing their thing and making their money. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful
when
thing.
you look at it like that, I get it. But I still want the malls. Hello.
I like the malls, but I don't like the prices.
Right.
I'm cheap. Listen, y'all, I'm cheap. I do wear certain brands, and that's for my feet. But my clothes, let me tell you something. I can rock a $3 pair of jeans from Walmart just like I can rock $100 jeans from somewhere else. And believe me, you go to my closet, I got jeans from here to there. And I mean, but listen, the mall is nice. I went to the Cherry Hill Mall. I was like, do y'all up price everything?
Seems like it, yeah.
Everything. I'm like,
because some people don't pay attention to prices, although I do. And just will get it, and that's it. They don't have time to run to another place to see what the price is. So, yeah, I mean, every now and then I'll get something online, but I do prefer going into the actual store. So
yeah, it's nice to go in, but I'm not one to try on clothes. I will buy everything.
Oh, no, I have to.
I buy everything, and then if I don't like it, it probably won't be returned. But
see, that's the thing, and that's why I tried on to save myself time in the future. From having to go back to the store, return it, pick something. No. And
see, that's what I feel.
I used to hate it, but the past few years I do try most stuff on. So
yeah, I don't know. When I just buy clothes, I got clothes that can fit anybody. But I just don't like going back and returning it. I don't know. I just get, because I get frustrated.
Says the person that found a bag of new clothes not long ago, stuffed in the closet.
See, we change. We're evolving from that.
Okay.
Not really, but we're evolving from that. We are evolving.
Oh, gosh. I guess we have to get ready to wrap up.
We probably do.
Yeah.
We probably do.
Yeah.
And Miss Gail, we miss you.
Yeah, we do.
But listen, today we stayed kind of focused.
Yes.
Even though we were all over. But I think
good
we dropped
topics.
some good topics and knowledge on people. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to keep on doing this.
Yes.
And we'll see you in about 2 weeks.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a blessed 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. And make sure you change something in your life to become better.
Yes. Work in progress.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day. No ordinary.
This ain't no ordinary words. This ain't no ordinary song. Yeah. The God I serve is greater than the ordinary. So I'ma give them all I have in this moment. Come on, help me say this ain't no ordinary words. This ain't no ordinary. This ain't no ordinary. No, 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 no. The kind of service greater. The kind of service greater than the ordinary. So I'm gonna give him all I have. So I'ma give it all I have in this moment. Let me tell the story about a woman with an issue